How's it going, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about how to find the best workers' compensation insurance for your business here in Michigan, and a few things to keep in mind. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian Gutowski. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to help pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance, whether it's for yourself, your business, or your family, and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. First, let's quickly remind ourselves what workers' compensation is. Workers' comp provides coverage for employee injuries and illnesses that happen in the workplace or on a job site. It helps pay for things like medical expenses, lost wages, and any rehab services. It is there to help protect both your employees and your business, ensuring that your employees get the care they need and that your business isn't left with a huge financial burden after the injury. Now, one of the most important things to look for when it comes to your workers' comp policy is a highly rated insurance company. Make sure that you are looking for a company with a strong financial rating, such as an A rating from a company like AM Best. And the reason for this is simple. A higher rated company is seen as more financially stable, which means they are more likely to be able to pay on claims when they do happen. You want to make sure that your insurance company can actually provide coverage when you need it most. Next, let's talk about the coverage limits on the policy. In Michigan, there are minimum coverage limit requirements for workers' comp, which are $100,000 per accident, $500,000 for the overall policy limit, and $100,000 for each employee. And now in most cases, for a business, those limits just simply aren't enough, especially given today's current environment and the cost of everything, inflation. If you have an employee that is seriously injured, with those coverage limits in place, you could be left paying out of pocket for certain expenses. This is why I almost always will typically recommend looking into $1 million limits across the board. This is typically the maximum amount of coverage that an insurance company will offer for workers' comp, and having those $1 million limits is usually not even that much more expensive than having those state minimum limits, but it obviously provides much broader and more extensive coverage. Another key factor with workers' compensation insurance is making sure that you have accurate job classification codes and payroll amounts for those codes. Each employee's class code should accurately reflect their job duties and the actual work they do, and your payroll numbers need to be correct as well. This is important because workers' comp policies are typically audited at the end of the policy period to make sure that the premium you are being charged is accurate. And this is standard across the board with every workers' comp insurance company. So if your class codes or your payroll are off, you could owe additional premium at the end of the policy period. Or in some cases, you could get refunds or credits on the next term if your payroll limits go down or are lower than expected. But keeping everything accurate from the start helps avoid any surprises at the end of the policy period. And last is to not forget about employer's liability coverage. This part of the policy protects your business if an employee sues for damages beyond standard workers' comp benefits. So if an injured employee sues because of negligence or maybe unsafe working conditions, something of that nature, employer's liability coverage would help with the legal defense costs and any potential judgments or settlements that come from a lawsuit. So this is a very important part of your workers' comp policy to avoid any potential financial burden if a lawsuit does come from an accident. Overall, finding the best workers' comp insurance in Michigan is not just about price, but also the coverages and making sure that you do have the proper coverage and protection in place. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your workers' comp insurance, with your commercial insurance in general, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, reach out on social media, whatever is easiest. And if you have any questions about insurance, whether it's commercial or personal related, please feel free to leave them in the comments below or reach out directly, and I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.